Small business owners getting hit hard with rising credit card processing fees, racking up thousands of dollars a month, and that often leaves no choice but to pass along the cost to you.
To put it into perspective, in 2023 alone, the average American spent $1,100 on these transaction fees, and collectively more than $1 trillion since 2006. I'm
looking into how lawsuits against card companies and failed attempts by lawmakers are leading to little change in a story you'll only see on Fox 56.
Callahan's restaurant has seen plenty of changes in its 41 years in business, and Randy Doolittle has been there for 25.
I'm more of a server. I serve the customers. I talk to everybody that comes in here.
One of the biggest changes she's noticed in her career, an estimated 80% of Callahan's customers nowadays pay with cards instead of cash, and that's resulted in the business paying more of what's called interchange fees or swipe fees, a fee between banks charged to the merchant for processing credit and debit card transactions.
For a small business like this, it's a lot. It adds up to thousands of dollars.
In Callahan's case, an average of $7,000 per month. The restaurant had been absorbing that cost until last October, when it implemented a charge on credit card transactions paid by the customer.
Without the help of the 3%, we could close fast.
Small business owners have been vocal for years about how much swipe fees are affecting their bottom line, garnering the attention of federal lawmakers. In 2010, a last-minute amendment to legislation has since required the Federal Reserve to limit fees charged to retailers for debit card processing. Additionally, the Credit Card Competition Act of 2023, a bipartisan bill that, had it passed, would have prohibited most of the card issuers from restricting transactions to a single network, thus allowing for more competition. Executives of Visa and MasterCard grilled by lawmakers in a Senate hearing on Capitol Hill last November.
You have 80% of the market, but you don't want any more competition. I'm having a hard time finding that position defensible, let alone sympathetic.
The retailers and merchants across America have had it. They are fighting for survival in an inflation economy, and it ain't getting a break from you at all.
The U.S. Department of Justice also filing a civil antitrust lawsuit last September accusing Visa of monopolization and allegedly paying would-be competitors to not enter the card market. Both Visa and MasterCard also settled a class action lawsuit for more than $5 billion last year that claimed they charged merchants excessive swipe fees over a 15-year period. Pennsylvania Democratic State Representative Greg Scott sponsored a House bill in the 2023-2024 regular session that called for certain taxes and gratuities to be excluded from the transaction amount upon which any interchange fee is charged.
Looking to provide a little bit of relief to small businesses that are paying these interchange fees.
The National Taxpayers Union opposed the bill, writing to the legislature saying in part interchange fees are crucial to the broader financial ecosystem. Disrupting these fees could destabilize market dynamics. The bill was approved on a party line vote in committee, laid on the table in the House last September, and has had no movement since. Other states and municipalities currently have similar measures in the works, like Washington, D.C. and Idaho. And a group of hospitality associations in New York also banding together for the same change. Card company executives responding to federal lawmakers on Capitol Hill.
As it relates to small business, we care very much. And the pandemic was difficult on small business more than anyone. In 2022, we lowered rates for 90% of small businesses in the United States.
Our brand has become synonymous with trust.
Visa had planned on increasing interchange rates in April this year, but that changed in March when the company agreed to hold off on increases for 5 years as part of that multi-billion-dollar lawsuit settlement. The company did, however, raise fees in other areas of its interchange program. Back at Callahan's, Doolittle says most customers understand their new policy, but cash will always be king.
It's something that we have to do. We want to stay open. We want to stay here still, so.
Now, there had been speculation in February Senator Durbin would reintroduce the Credit Card Competition Act, but it's unclear where that stands now after announcing last month he won't be seeking re-election.